I'm going to show you 5 things that I take to the field every single time I go. Some of these things absolutely resolve an issue that I've always had. Other things are just going to make life more comfortable. They're not big and they're going to come in handy every single time you go. Everyone's got the usual tant and the usual swag, but these things I'm going to show you today, the unexpected things that can make camping smoother, smarter, and a bit more fun. Stick around because number 4 is something that I almost guarantee none of you ever take. First up, a bit of 3D printed genius. This tiny holder keeps your mocha pot basket upright so you can fill it without spilling half your coffee all over your table or all over the ground. If you've got a mate with a 3D printer, or if you've got a 3D printer yourself, this thing is cheap, it's light, and it's custom fit. Depending on the size of mocha pot that you have, you can make this to fit the one that you have. I would say you could just do it out of PLA, which is what this is. It doesn't need to be heat resistant or anything like that for what we use it for. If you've got a mocha pot, you know the pain that this is going to resolve for you. You can find these and many others like this on websites like MakerWorld. You know, if you've got a 3D printer, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have a 3D printer, find someone with one, because the options to do camping accessories like this, things that are going to solve a pain point, are absolutely solvable in most cases, or in many cases, with a 3D printer. And like most things with 3D printing, they're heavily customizable. And if this one here, if I was to do it again, I would change this point right here because it's absolutely a weak point here. I've broken one of these off before. So you can get ones that are a bit more heavy duty. Next is this bucket. It sounds boring, yeah, but it's a pressed one-piece stainless bucket. No seams, and that is the most important part about this sort of bucket if you're going to use it this way. Because no seams means no leaks. You might get a bucket that's got seams around the bottom and they might work fine for a period of time, but when there's no seams, it's all pressed molded, it's going to last you forever. I use mine all the time now. Ever since I've had this, I've used it every single time I go away. It even goes nicely on top of the Ozpig here. I'm boiling up water right now on top of the Ozpig in the camp kitchen. Works a bloody treat. And because space is the premium thing when we're loading up our vehicles to go away camping, a bucket is perfect. You can throw things into the bucket. It holds smaller items while you're driving around. It really is a good solution for boiling lots of water. This one here is about 15 litres, and I find this is enough to do my morning ablutions, if you like. My dishes, have a wash, those sorts of things. Easy as. Fill it up with this. Use the flex tail little submergible pump shower. Works perfectly in this. Can't rate it highly enough. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes it's going to be hard to find a stainless steel bucket that's pressed metal. This one here I got from an ag show, so like a tool stall at an agricultural show. Cost me $20, but you can find these in ag stores all over the country where there's dairy farms generally, but they're going to be expensive, more expensive than this one, between $50 and $80 you're going to pay, or marine places that sell boats and marine outdoor equipment. That sort of place will probably sell this sort of bucket as well, and it will last you forever. Number 3 is this tie gear step or stool, something like that it's called, but this thing is fantastic. I can't rate this highly enough. You've probably seen these at 4-wheel drive shows and things like that and walk past it, and maybe you think to yourself, what a waste of bloody time, I'm not going to buy something like this, that's just silly. I'm telling you now, this is fantastic to get up on top of the vehicle. It's like a little ladder, a footstool for when you're resting by the fire at night and just chilling out. How good is it to put your feet up on something? This is that something. But when you look at how the profile of this is so narrow, this will fit anywhere in your car. I can't rate this enough. There are 2 sizes. This one here is the taller one. Smaller one, you've got to have a genuine need for it, I suppose, but this has come in so handy. I'm super impressed with it. I'm telling you now, that thing's going to take 130 odd kilos, I think it is. Once you use that just once, you're going to wonder how the hell you did it without it, because it is so versatile and it makes your trip just that much more comfortable. This next one is not at all to do with camping. It's just going to help you capture the moments of camping so much easier, and that is a tripod. And you may well be thinking right now, what the hell would I get a tripod for? There is no need to have a tripod. But for your photography, this is going to change things up a lot. So on my other channel, the photography channel, I'll link it somewhere. It's all about mobile phone photography. And these come in so handy for all of that. So say you're up in the high country, you're on your own, you want a photo of you and your car, tripod out there on a timer, come back into the shot, get the photo. At night time, you're going to be able to do some spectacular astrophotography shots with your phone as long as you have a tripod. And when you look at the form factor that this has, it is teeny tiny. This one here, I'll link it down the bottom. Here's a newer one. Very good brand, not that expensive, and it will last you a lifetime. This tripod here I've had for probably about a year, and I use it almost daily. Fantastic tripod. And if you don't follow my other channel, you also need one of these. This is a little phone holder, so your phone will sit into this here, and then that will sit on top of the tripod and give you all that extra time and be able to give you the flexibility of getting into photos, things like that. But if you want to learn how to take photos like this one here, I've done another video about how to do it, but you will need a tripod. Finally, the Zippo, the old school Zippo lighter. It's refillable, it's windproof, and unlike disposable lighters that die halfway through the trip, this thing is built to last. Once you use a disposable lighter and it runs out halfway, you're screwed. There's no other way around it. With these, at least you can refill them. Now, Zippos, when they were first made, they were designed to run with fuel like petrol or kerosene, things like that. I would advise against using those. The oil residue will end up screwing up quite badly. You can always resolve it. That's the beauty of these. You can pull them right apart and pull everything apart and fix them up and clean them out and so forth. But if you use like regular lighter fluid, whether a Zippo brand or a no-name brand, doesn't matter. As long as it's lighter fluid, you shouldn't get that. In fact, this can here has lasted me probably about 6 to 12 months, and I think they might have cost like $10 or something. Cheap as to run. But because I've always got that, this could also double up as a fire starter if you get stuck. And Zippos will cost you, oh look, 50, 60 bucks, sometimes over $100. Really depends on where you buy from and how new it is and so forth. But you look at all the old Vietnam footage and stuff, you see these guys with these in their helmets, like they're absolutely bulletproof. They last in such inclement weather, you'd be mad not to have one of these, regardless if you smoke or not, in your camping kit. Awesome bit of kit. So that's 5 unusual bits of kit that punch way above their weight. They don't make camping easier, they make it better. Gear like this turns roughing it into kind of enjoying it a bit more. What is your weird camping essential? Drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out the next time I go out there. If you are a mocha pot coffee drinker, you know that how much pain this is going to solve for you. This is about 12 to 15 cents worth of plastic to make each one of these. Cheap as, and it's going to save you so much heartache. See you next week.